There are three things that our industry has seen in the last 5-6 years in India. One, this movement from a brand oriented marketing to digital marketing where things are more measurable, to today most people being more aligned with performance marketing where everything is measurable, everything is result oriented, everything is action oriented. The second thing we have seen is that marketing budgets in general, on average, have come down. Now, I'm not talking about the MNCs like your HULs and PNGs. I'm talking about the average marketing budget of all companies in India have gone down. And this is very closely linked to the third point, which is that it is now an entrepreneurial economy, which means that there are so many small business owners and entrepreneurs now that they don't have the deep pockets that make them, give them the luxury of being able to spend on branding projects. Now, let's think about performance marketing a little bit in detail. It's all about actions. And actions start right from when I put out an ad, somebody sees the ad, what are the different impressions that I get, what is the reach that I get. That's one item I measure. Then I look at, okay, out of all these people, how many people clicked on my ad, and that's another action I'm measuring. The third thing I look at is how many people came to my landing page. The fourth thing is, did they add to cart? The fifth thing is, did they actually purchase the product? And everywhere I am looking at action, which means that if I don't get the right kind of results for these actions, my campaign has failed, my marketing has failed. But has it really failed? Because sometimes actions are not everything. Take for example Louis Vuitton. I have never bought a Louis Vuitton bag, but I know what a Louis Vuitton bag looks like. I know perhaps I will buy a Louis Vuitton bag. It's kind of aspirational that way. It's created itself as a brand. It's imprinted itself in my mind like that. And tomorrow when I do think I have the kind of disposable income to throw away on a bag, I will probably buy a Louis Vuitton bag. And you will say that, okay, that's a luxury brand, that's a bad example to give. So then I'll come back down to the most basic product, there is salt. Everybody knows that Tata is the brand for salt in India. You know what a Tata salt bag looks like, the product, what it looks like. If you see it in a grocery store, you will be able to pick it out instinctively. And sometimes as a marketer, just because I know that I have a bias towards it, I will choose to buy a different salt simply because I'm thinking in my head, oh, this is only branding and I don't want to feed into it. But that aside, whether it's a luxury brand like Louis Vuitton or a basic product like Tata Salt, brand building allows you at the point of purchase to also make a decision based on what that brand has imprinted on your mind. So then the question is, should you do long-term brand-oriented marketing or should you do performance marketing? Now, if you are a new business, you've just started out, no question about it, you don't have the kind of pockets to spend money on brand building from day one. I get it. And perhaps you need to start purely with performance marketing, which is basically running ads and looking at actions and getting results and earning that money so that you can pump into advertising and marketing even more. But if you are more than 2 to 3 years old as a business, then you need to really think about what are the different places you need to be spending your marketing budgets on. Now, there were these two researchers called Le Binet and Peter Field. They did a research on advertising and marketing spends and found that brands that are the most effective spend 60% of their marketing budgets on brand marketing and 40% of their budgets on activations or basically advertising and performance. What this tells us is that in an ideal situation, you would actually be spending most of your money on brand building and lesser money on your performance marketing. Now, of course, this number or these percentages are not written in stone. It depends on what kind of business you are, where you are, in terms of the journey of your business. But it's something that management needs to discuss, because if you are spending consistently all your money or most of your money only on performance marketing, I can guarantee you that within 5 to 10 years, you will have spent more money on performance, more money on marketing, more money than you would have had to spend if you would have invested that kind of money in brand building as well. So, how much money do you spend on brand marketing? Tell me in your comments below.